when you know what to do, and then you do this,
Make that 15 back there side, and it's fine.
you begin to wonder how long you can keep doing this. When you know you have to be down table on the 9 ball and you find yourself here, you wonder the same shit. During the 20th century, Comer's was the place to be playing pool. That's where all the big action players were, and that's where all the road guys stopped when they came through. But by the time I moved down south, Dick Comer was getting old and dying, and Comer's was closing down. So I needed to find a new place to be around the best players in Knoxville and to learn from the best. Plus, I just love to be around the action and people going for it, and people with dreams and goals, and people not settling for second best. I moved to South Knoxville and just to have a decent rent payment, and at the same a couple weeks later, just out of fate, Knoxville Billiards Club was opening up. And it was owned by Burl and Susan Gabbard. Burl was one of the biggest stake horses in the country, and KBC was open 24/7, and they were allowed to do this because they didn't serve alcohol. And this allowed for marathon pool matches and big action, plus they had decent food and coffee. I was their first paying customer, and I was there every single day for the first 5 years that they were open. All the local shirt stops and all the road players were there, and it was just the pool player's dream. KBC was now the place to be. Plus, it had all sizes of tables, so the bar players and the 9-foot table players loved it. It was all right there, minus the alcohol, which eliminated a lot of the problems you get when you serve alcohol. I played a guy named Johnny Cutshaw there for 56 straight hours, and then I went to the side of the building and passed out for what seemed like months. One night I was there playing Joe Finley, who was a better player than me, and I found myself in dead stroke and ran a 6-pack that would have been more if I hadn't scratched on the 7th rack. And finally, after years and years and years of playing in Philadelphia, and then Comer's in Knoxville, and now I find myself in South Knoxville, and I had finally arrived. I had never beaten Joe until that night. He used to whoop on me in a place called Knoxville Players Club in North Knoxville, and just take my last $20 and think it was funny. But now the tables were turned. There was about 30 people in the place at the time, and I had every single person's attention for the first time in my life. I felt unbeatable. It's the thing about pool, if you never get to the table, it doesn't matter who you're playing, no one on earth can beat you unless they get out of their chair and get to the table, and I wasn't letting Joe anywhere near the table on that night. Since then, which was somewhere back in the mid-90s, I've been trying to run a 7-pack and beat that record. And tonight at 7 Farms is no different.
Moving fast, and I'll be running hard, though I can't say how long, I can't say how far. I'll be leaving soon, 'cause that road suppose that's nothing new. Nothing holding back, and nothing to lose. I'll be leaving soon, 'cause that road pulls me far away from Tennessee.
It's the most alive you'll ever feel, and that's why we all keep coming back. But there's a heavy, heavy price to pay. And it's really hard to stop doing it wrong. You can mentally know what to do, but we're also dealing with the body and muscle memory and the subconscious and curiosity and ego and wrong practice and fear and bad memory and like a million other things that get between our minds and our body and screw us all up. We didn't have the internet. There was no one at all unless they loved you like a brother. There was no one that would help you. In fact, they thrived on keeping us stupid and keeping us bad players because guys like me were the difference between them eating and them not eating. And night after night after night after year after year after year, and you finally arrive. You get to a point where you're tired of being scared, where you're tired of wanting to be like something, and you just become it. But it takes a lot of balls to keep firing back at these guys. It takes a world of courage and sacrifice and pain. And then you just arrive and nobody wants to play you anymore. It shouldn't be this hard, and nowadays it doesn't have to be. So my job is to try my best to make it a little easier for you. And I think the whole key is to stop being scared and start enjoying yourself. You can't be scared.